Hey guys! We are in a bit of a different environment today. We are camping in my parents' back garden, obviously following the social distancing rules. We are no longer anywhere near my parents at all. So we have decided to abuse their back garden instead. And just listen to that. I can't wait to hear that all night. I asked you lovely people for a few questions on the gram, on the Facebook, and I'm happy that a few of you actually had some questions to ask, because I was a bit worried that I wouldn't have any questions and then I'd have to think of a decent video to do. I feel this is a lot better because you get to know me a little bit better as well, and I actually give you what you want. Emily and Violet are screaming over that way, watching the Willoughbys. Thank you to all of you who asked a few questions. Very much appreciated. First question by I am Alice Electro. Which games make you feel the most nostalgic? What are some of your first memories of playing them? Probably like N64 Mega Drive era. I loved playing Wave Race. It's probably one of the only two-player games on the N64, but it is incredible. Me and my friend, we turned it into something like a game of tag on one of the levels, which was pretty cool. So you just have to hit each other and tag the other person, which made that game so much more interesting. But the thing is, the game is fantastic from the beginning anyway. GoldenEye, obviously. Then we got the Mega Drive with like Sonic, what was it, Castle of Illusion with Mickey Mouse, Moonwalker, the Michael Jackson game. Next we have Oliver 44. Favourite and least favourite video game mascots. Don't actually know that many mascots. I've just started doing a podcast with a friend of mine called Got Any More Pixels. That's not my friend's name because that would be a really weird name. His parents would have had to hate him. His name is Chris, aka Inflatable Mango, who works with me on my retro gaming stuff. And we have just recorded our Sonic podcast, which is like the whole history of Sonic. And we learnt some really weird things about Sega mascots they had lined up. Weirdly enough, one of them was a man in pyjamas that later turned out to be Dr. Robotnik, who was going to be the main mascot of Sega. Anyway, getting to the point. I love Sonic. I prefer Sonic to Mario, or Mario, wherever you be from. I've always preferred Tails, but you know, if we're talking about proper mascots here, Sonic is probably one of them. One of the worst mascots. I can't really think off the top of my head of any terrible mascots. Oliver, 44, tell me what your worst mascot was, and your best. X-Nintendo, very good name. Do you prefer playing old games or the newer ones? For as long as I can remember, I've been playing the old games, even from when they first came out, which doesn't necessarily make them old, but now I do prefer playing old games, but then Emily kind of makes me play modern horror games, which some of them are incredible. To a point, I do prefer playing those. Then again, you could say the argument of the remakes to Resident Evil that we played through Resident Evil 2 and 3. I love the remakes. I think I prefer them to the originals. Then you get games like we're playing through The Blair Witch, and that was amazing until I got to this one part that I just cannot get through, and now I'm just so frustrated with it I'll never go back. And if you've played it, it's the bit where you're going through the really foggy forest bit and you've got to dodge the red guys. I won't give any more than that away, but if you can help me through that bit, I'm getting really frustrated with it. I just picked up Little Nightmares. Really short PlayStation game, but my god, that's amazing. Creepy game. And the storyline doesn't really make much sense until you watch like a video afterwards explaining exactly what the game is about. Tornalegium? I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name. What was your first console? I had a few Game & Watch games. I can't remember whether I had the Mega Drive first or the Game Boy, but it would be either one of those. The Mega Drive was a massive favourite. Obviously the Game Boy was great for when you're out and about, but not when it's really sunny or really dark because you can't see the screen either way. I remember a long time ago having the Mega Drive and had Sonic and all that. And then the Game Boy with Mario and the 6 Golden Coins, Tetris obviously, Darkwing Duck, which was an amazing Game Boy game. Yeah, they're the ones that started this whole crazy fanatical thing off for me. My older cousin had a Mega CD. I was just in love with that. And finally, a few years ago, I managed to pick one up for myself off eBay, I think it was. What's your favourite one? N64. I know there's better consoles out there, but my favourite controller is the N64 controller, and yes, you do need 3 hands to hold it. Your... Bloody hell, what was that? Favourite game from each system? Oh god, that might take a little while. Okay, from Mega Drive, Sonic 2, even though it's completely broken and hilarious to watch if it does break, or when it does break, should I say. N64, probably either Smash or GoldenEye. PlayStation 1 would be Time Crisis. PlayStation 2, Time Crisis 2, co-op. Or Double Gun. Double Gun on PlayStation 2 on Time Crisis is incredibly hard. You'd think it would be easier, but it's not. It's much harder. GameCube would be either Beyond Good and Evil or Smash Melee. And then I kind of trailed off. Wii has way too much shovelware in it. The Smash game for the Wii was terrible. Anything after that I'm completely lost on, unfortunately. I never had the Saturn or the Dreamcast, which I was very disappointed in myself for. I've just picked up my first working Dreamcast because I had a broken one before that nearly killed my friend Chris. If you're watching this, Chris, thank you, and I'm so sorry for nearly killing you. It killed all the electrics in his house and nearly set him on fire. I've never had an Xbox until recently. If you've been watching my Instagram, you've seen that Chris has modified my Crystal Xbox, which I just got, and I've got another original Xbox. I've got like 3 or 4 360s. Thoughts on Abe's Odyssey? I loved Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exodus. I haven't played New and Tasty, although I've heard very, very good things about it. I've got a tattoo gaming leg sleeve, and I was very disappointed with myself that I didn't put Abe on there, actually. Favourite thing other than gaming? Gaming is my life, although I am absolutely terrible at video games, which is hilarious. I'm just a hoarder and have to have an excuse to kind of hoard all my stuff. And yeah, all my televisions, of which I have like 40 of them, mostly CRT tellies. The only reason I can keep them is because I can make a little money on the side using them. Most of the stuff we do is for free anyway. So my other favourite thing, I'd probably have to say tattoos. Not doing them obviously because I am not artistic in the slightest, but I do love getting a new tattoo. How long have you had dreads? I think about 10 or 11 years now, but the thing is I am very lazy and I do not maintain my dreads. The only reason I got dreads in the first place was because my friend offered to do it and I was fed up of straightening my hair every day. My hair is extremely curly. If you want curly hair, you want straight hair and vice versa, and I just wasn't having it. If you go outside on a slightly moist day, it's ruined, so what's the point? So dreads was the best answer for me. How did you meet Boo? The first time I met her was at a travelling theme park. My friend Amy was friends with her, and she brought her along, and kind of had a clicky thing with her. Do you know how awesome you are? Clearly I don't know how awesome I am. No, clearly I do know how awesome I am. Here's awesome. Here's me somewhere down here stirring the pot, going, "Ooh, I wish I could be up here somewhere, but alas, I'm stuck down here with short, stumpy little legs." Going on a bit of a Monty Python thing there. Just need a giant foot to come squash me now. Thank you for the barrage of questions. I honestly really appreciate those because I'm very sorry to waffle on, but if you genuinely were interested, hopefully you found some of that interesting. So we go on to Blue Jolteon. Favourite Mega Drive game? Oh yeah! Yeah, I'd probably have to go for Sonic 2 or Moonwalker or actually Lemmings. Lemmings was brought out on the Mega Drive, that's pretty good. But possibly, I think the one I spent the most time with, again thanks to my older cousin who had the Mega CD, was Castle of Illusion. I have a tattoo of World of Illusion, but only because I thought having Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse was better than just having Mickey Mouse. I preferred the cover art on it. Out of those two, I do prefer Castle of Illusion. Especially when the world gets turned upside down and all the enemies just whoosh. It's incredible. Play it if you haven't. Love you and Emily so much. You will have to come to Ireland sometime. Now notice how I say Ireland. I cannot say it properly. Ireland? Island. Island just sounds like I-S-L-A-N-D. So I have to say it with that weird twang. And it's not even an Irish twang. Irish people don't say Ireland like that. So I have no idea where I picked that up from. I am so sorry for butchering your language. I would love to visit sometime. So yes, one day when you can pay for my petrol to get there. And when we might actually be released from this quarantine as well. What's your guilty pleasure music? From Shay Chitatu. Is that Seicha Tattoo? Again, apologies if I'm butchering the name there. I don't have guilty pleasures. I just have pleasures. I love me some Hanson. I love Lou Bega. I Got a Girl. That's an awesome song, and it sounds exactly like Mambo No. 5. We got tickets the other day to go and see like S Club 7 and 5. I think it was like 2 of the members of S Club 7 and 3 of the members of 5. ironically. But unfortunately, because of the meltdown, or COVID, or quarantine, or whatever you want to call it, we can't go. Who else? I'm gonna go through my music list and just see if randomly, because I've got like thousands of songs on here. What have we got? I love the Lighthouse Family. I will blare that from my car. The Rednecks. Yeah, Cotton Eye Joe is one of them, obviously, that everyone knows. And then, I can't remember, but there's another Redneck song that's really, really cool. Let's have a look. I'll stop there. A Little Big is not a guilty pleasure. Starbomb, SFA, Sweet Female Attitude. Got loads of Placebo on here. Some Billy Ocean, Asteroid Galaxy Tour, Inner City, Finger 11, Professor Green. None of these are guilty pleasures at all because they are absolutely incredible. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, their old stuff, their original stuff. Bloodhound Gang, Use Your Fingers album. Now that is one hell of an album. Boney M, and I'll end with Primal Scream and AFI. Yeah, I don't really have any guilty pleasures at all. Just some random artists that I like. There you go. Kiwi Talks Too Much. Great name, by the way. Do you play any video games with your daughter? I do. She is absolutely obsessed with Sonic 2. When I first started watching her play it by herself, it's really weird because you watch her and you think, oh, that was a lucky jump. Oh, that was really lucky. That was really lucky. And then she has this string of luck. It's like, no, you realise, wait, she's actually incredibly skilled at this game, and she can get so far into that game, it's amazing. And she loves Alex Kidd on the Master System too. She really loves spooky games as well. She was watching a bit of Little Nightmares, and she really loves that spooky stuff. She's got great taste. What is your favourite game from the N64? Right, I think I covered this. I would have to say GoldenEye or Smash Bros. If you ever want to play on the N64, get an EverDrive 64. It's amazing. You have all the hacked versions of games. You can have all the games on it basically, but they're not legal to have unless you have the physical copies. But the modded games are where it's at. There's three major GoldenEye ones that I will mention. GoldenEye with Mario characters, GoldenEye with Sonic characters, and GoldenEye X, which is a Perfect Dark clone type thing. It's got all like, you can watch the reloads, you get bots on the multiplayer. There's hundreds of Mario 64 mods as well. I think Kaze is just amazing. He does all the best mods. He's just done a split screen Mario 64 game on original hardware, so you can do Mario and Luigi playing simultaneously. There is one more question, and that is from, I'm going to butcher your name, and I'm so sorry. Eon Dillon. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am terribly sorry. At least with Instagram names, it's like a nickname or something most of the time. But this is actually someone's name on the Facebook. What is your favourite tattoo? P.S. Love watching your videos. Thank you very much. That is a tough one. I really, really love my leg sleeve. Tails was the first one on here, and I really like that. Although Tikal is freaking badass. One of my favourites is, right, get ready for this, is my Zelda, Link and Sheik tattoo. Obviously, I know they're the same people. Spoiler if you haven't played Ocarina of Time, sorry. With Zelda's Lullaby underneath. Obviously, it's a bit high up, so not a lot of people usually get to see it. So you're one of the tragic few that is now scarred for life having seen my upper leg, and I'm sorry about that. But no, thank you guys so much for all the questions, really appreciated it. I am now going to go and get in this camping vibe and go and sleep outside in this wonderful atmosphere. It's a lovely birthday treat, and I will see you next time. Catch you later, guys. Bye bye.